Hey guys, welcome back to Pop Culture with Pat. Today we are talking about Ty West's new horror film, Pearl.
I want to be loved from as many people as possible. But truth is, I'm not really a good person.
But make sure if this is your first time coming to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell button next to it. That way you get notifications for all my new videos, and give this video a thumbs up. Without further ado, let's talk about this movie. So Pearl is the origin story of the character Pearl. Earlier this year, we had the film X released, and at the after credit scene, we found out that we were going to be getting this film that would explain the origins of Pearl and how she got up to this point in her life, and that's what this movie does. So Pearl takes place in 1918. We find Pearl, she is living on the farm with her family while her husband is off fighting in the war. And Pearl has these big dreams. She wants to make it big, she wants to leave the farm behind, but her mother is having none of that. She wants her to stay behind, take care of her sick father, and this is all going on while the flu is going on around in the country as well. So what you get with Pearl is a character study that reveals the slow descent of her character going into madness. So I'll tell you guys right away, I freaking love this movie for so many reasons, or we're going to go ahead and get into that. First of all, Mia Goth delivers what might be the performance of her career with this movie. After seeing X, we know where this character ends up, and yet Mia Goth does a great job of walking that line of still making this character feel sympathetic at times. At least she was for me, because we find out that Pearl, at the end of the day, she really just she has dreams of making it big. And who doesn't want to make their dreams happen? Granted, I know how she goes about it in this film, maybe not so much, but just the idea of, dreaming of bigger and better things, a lot of people have that. The relationship between Pearl and her mother in this film led to some really great scenes, and there was definitely some really heavy influences of Carrie throughout the film for sure between those two, which I really liked as, being a horror fan. And I'm sure you guys have probably already heard this from some other reviews. I'm sorry I'm a little late getting this up. My weekend was just slammed, so try to get this up as soon as possible. But Mia Goth has a monologue scene in this film that's kind of towards the later end of the movie. And this thing just goes on for 7-10 minutes or something like that. And the camera is just solely focused on her. And I was just sitting there in awe because I was like, holy shit, she is just knocking it out of the park right now. There's that scene. There's also a scene that's involving an axe that I won't go into too many details because, I don't want to give you guys any spoilers, but definitely a scene that I'm not going to forget anytime soon. So yeah, Mia Goth, she just delivered one hell of a performance in this movie. The look and feel of Pearl is amazing as well. It really felt like you were being transported back to the 1918 and you were watching a movie from that time. Granted, it's in color, but it felt like you were actually watching a movie from that time period. I thought they really nailed the aesthetic, and for me, this definitely had some really heavy vibes of a fucked up version of Wizard of Oz. Yeah, once you guys see in the movie, there's a scene involving a scarecrow that probably won't forget anytime soon as well. And there's also a little bit of Psycho thrown in there as well. The cinematography and Ty West directing is obviously on point. This film just looks absolutely gorgeous. And I love the fact that Ty West, he isn't afraid to let a shot linger for a long period of time to make you feel uncomfortable. And he does that on a number of occasions in this movie. Specifically, there's one shot where, and I won't tell you where it's at, but there's a shot where Mia Goth, she's just smiling at the camera, and she's just sitting there, it seems like forever, and you just see tears start streaming down her face. It's just okay, could we just go to another scene? But at the same time, it's absolutely brilliant. I love that. I love the look of this film, especially with all these saturated colors. It really made the film pop, and I love that Ty West, even though most of this takes place in the daytime, he still manages to make quite a few of these scenes really, really creepy, which can be tough to do in a horror movie. Usually, a lot of those are done, in a dark setting or nighttime, but nope, even though most of this is in the daytime, there's still plenty of, unsettling scenes in here for sure. After X, my expectations for Pearl were super high, but this film delivered for me on all levels, and Mia Goth has cemented herself as a force to be reckoned with, especially in the horror genre, and I'm now eagerly anticipating MaXXXine, the third and I'm assuming final chapter in this trilogy. man, what a movie. I absolutely love Pearl. I highly suggest you guys go ahead and check this out. Hopefully it's playing around where you guys are. I'm going to be checking this out again in the theaters for sure. Man, it's so tough as far as like a score goes, like, because I loved X, I loved Pearl. They're both pretty damn close for me. I'm going to say I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10, but I almost might want to bump this up to a 9.5, but I'm going to say a 9 out of 10 for right now. Definitely going to be something that I'm going to be picking up when it comes out on Blu-ray to add to my collection for sure, but I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are overall. So again, if you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button as well as the bell button next to it. That way you get notifications for all my new videos. Give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you guys thought of the film down below. Are you excited for MaXXXine? And please make sure to check back for more Pop Culture with Pat.